Okay, I think we're ready to go. I'm DeKalb County Sheriff Thomas Brown, and we're presently in the staff dining area of the DeKalb County Jail, where you can see presently now we have a number of DeKalb County employees from both public safety and public works that are here as we're trying to continue to assist in moving this county forward. The sheriff's office really have a very small role in this process. We're serving as a support arm to mostly the Department of Public Works for the county government by providing some meals for the employees so they can come in and nourish themselves and get back out on the street. But the biggest part of this is being handled by the county government, and I have with me here in the jail our interim CEO, the Honorable Lee May, and I'm going to let him come up because he has the bulk of the operation. Mr. CEO?
Thank you, Mr. Sheriff. Today, we stand here in DeKalb County having weathered the storm. Here, our roads have been worked on all through the night, starting this time yesterday, in making sure that we were salting our streets and making sure that, that our public safety functions could operate efficiently. We have launched a state of emergency here in DeKalb County. We followed in the footsteps of our governor and the state. We closed operations early on yesterday. We are continuing that today. Today's operations have been closed as well, and tomorrow our operations will be closed here in DeKalb County. I want to thank our sheriff. Of course, we are in our jail, and it's a bit unique that we are here in the jail during this winter storm. But what he has done is offered his men and women his facility as well to participate in the needs. What we have here behind me are our men and women in many of our public works functions, in sanitation, in fleet maintenance, in roads and drainage, in our watershed department as well. And these are our men and women who many of them have been working since this time yesterday. And they've been making sure that that our streets are clean and safe and have the main thoroughfares available for us as well. Our deputy chief, COO for public safety, Dr. Cedric Alexander, has been hard at work in pulling together the men and women in all of our public safety functions to ensure that safety is priority number one in our county, and they have done a phenomenal job. We have worked with our school system as well to ensure that our students were able to make it home in a timely fashion. Those students that were held in their schools and could not make it home because of the conditions of the roads, we worked with our school superintendent, Michael Thurman, to ensure their safety overnight and making sure that they eventually made it home to their parents for safety as well. Our 911 function, of course, during this moment in time, increased the call volume. We averaged anywhere up to 400 to 500 calls per hour, which is a major uptick in that area. But I think we went as high as 550 calls per hour as well. And so in DeKalb County, we are maintaining our roadways, and me traveling here to the jail, I once again saw cars stranded, people abandoned cars. Our police officers are going through and checking all the abandoned cars. Number one, to make sure that there's no one in there and that no one is there in need, to make sure that we are dealing with the needs of our citizens and visitors in DeKalb County. Also, we have opened up our fire stations and our police precincts, as well as this jail, as warming stations for those who find themselves trapped in the elements, those who may experience some power failures as well. We are opening up all of our police and fire stations and as well as this jail as a warming center that they could find a place of refuge during this time of need. So in DeKalb County, we are meeting the needs of our citizens. We want to continue to spread the message to our citizens in DeKalb County to please stay home. We realize because of the weather reports that we will have temperatures below freezing for the remainder of this day. And so even as the ice is melting, the snow is turning into water, it will refreeze. And for the safety of us all, and to ensure that our public safety functions can navigate the elements in our roads, we want to encourage you to stay home, stay in the confines of where you're located right now, and we are here and available to meet your needs. Finally, I want to thank all of our workers here in DeKalb County, of course, the people that are standing behind me and sitting in all of our public works functions, again, from fleet maintenance to roads and drainage to sanitation to our watershed personnel to our public safety functions, police, fire, marshals. We have our great sheriff behind me as well, who has had all of his men and women available, and many of them have been working overtime during this period as well. We want to thank all of our workers for the work that you have been doing during this difficult time throughout the metro area. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring our sheriff up if you have any additional comments, and then I'll field some questions from you. Mr. Sheriff.
That'll be good. I just want to add very quickly, as the CEO has already indicated, many of the employees here at the jail have actually been here for at least 18 hours, not being able to go home. We normally during this particular time have a shortage of personnel in the jail, but we planned it in a way through the leadership of my chief deputy, Jeff Mann, to make sure that those deputies that work at the courthouse and who work at the field division come and report here at this jail to make sure that we had enough people here. And again, we're serving meals throughout this jail, not only for my people, but all county employees, state employees who are out there working, whether it's state DOT, hero units, state patrol, city law enforcement agencies. If they're working in DeKalb County, then they can come here and get a good hot meal and kind of defrost and get back on the job. So the CEO, we're just happy to be a part of it, and I turn it back over to you.
And one final thing regarding sanitation, we suspended our sanitation activities during this moment, and we're going to resume pickup of our garbage collection on Friday. And so if you were scheduled for a Thursday garbage collection, your garbage will be picked up on Friday, as well as if you were scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday recycling pickup, that will be picked up on Friday as well. Now, if you were scheduled for a Friday pickup of your garbage, that will be collected on Saturday. So again, if your garbage was scheduled to be picked up on Friday, hold it until Saturday, and it will be picked up on Saturday as well. And as well as Sunday, if there's additional needs, we will have our men and women working as well to resume any of the necessary sanitation concerns as well. So now we're open for any questions.
I know that nobody here from the school district.
Yes.
But can you tell us about the number of children who had to stay late last night? I know it wasn't nearly as many as other school districts. Can you tell us why that is? Was it topography, better planning? What's going on in the school system?
Well, a good share of last night in terms of our public safety functions, and again, I want to give a lot of credit to our men and women in law enforcement, was to assist our school system. Dr. Michael Thurman, well, he's not a doctor, but I'm gonna call him Dr. Thurman, called me early yesterday evening to just give me a status report of where the students were. There were a couple of middle schools that had larger numbers, and when I say larger, one school had about 50, another had about 9 students that could not make it home, and their parents couldn't make it there as well. And so we dispatched our men and women in law enforcement to assist them. Eventually overnight, and some into this morning, we were able to get the lion's share, if not all of them, to their homes or to a place of safety. We still have about... Yeah, it depends on where they were. We had some buses that were out as well, and they were going and helping to either navigate the bus to where they need to go, or actually picking them up, putting them in the car, and getting them to their destination. We had about 6, as you may have heard, that were in one of our police precincts, safest place in DeKalb County, and so they were there during that moment of time.
In situations like this, resources can get spread pretty thin. You talk about 400 to 500 calls an hour to the 911 call center. How tough has it been for law enforcement
What's been difficult, and again, our Deputy COO for Public Safety, Dr. Alexander, between him and our Deputy COO for Infrastructure, we had a trial run of this a few weeks ago, if you recall. We had temperatures in the single digits. Wind chill was in the negative degrees, and we used that as a training opportunity for us. And so we were prepared from the outset of this. Our biggest issue, of course, was what went on in the metro area with just the sheer mass number of people that hit the streets at the same time, attempting to get home or to their children. But in DeKalb County, we were fortunate, I believe, because of our preparation, that we were able to navigate the traffic and the elements in a pretty efficient manner.
Still a lot of ice out there. I mean, at this point, is it possible to solve all the roads? We're just gonna have to wait for it to warm up.
Well, again, we have our public works detail continue to go around. Even as we were driving here, I saw some roads that were iced, and we were making those calls directly to our roads and drainage. And they've done a phenomenal job of not only salting, but resalting areas that are most in need. As you navigated your way here, you saw our main thoroughfares were pretty good here, and that's really a testament to the work of our men and women in public works.
I have a question for Sheriff Brown. Sheriff, back in 2011, obviously a lot of confusing situations there. Many of your people didn't show up for work for a variety of reasons. You had to actually suspend about 100 of them, I think, 2 years ago. How is it different this time around?
Well, some still were not able to get in, but we understand the situation a lot better now. But for the most part, most of our employees, in fact, came to work, and a lot of them that were already here stayed. And that was something that they wanted to do to ensure that this area was adequately covered. And that speaks to the dedication that we have here in the Sheriff's Office.
What's your message to those who are still maybe out of traffic on area roads, but the interstates or this?
Well, get off the road. You don't need to be out there unless it's an absolute emergency. If we're talking about the citizens, I mean, most of the places are closed. So if you're in a safe place, stay there, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. And those individuals that need to come to work, they know they need to get started a little earlier. And again, those that are already here are dug in and ready to stay for the long haul until they can get adequately relieved. And even after that, they still may not be able to go home because of the conditions. And we're prepared for that.
County offices are closed tomorrow, is that correct?
That's my understanding.
Yes, I have officially closed our offices for tomorrow here in DeKalb County. We didn't want another situation where people were having to go and figure out about their children and other situations. And so we officially are closing our offices here in DeKalb County for Thursday on tomorrow. Not yet. I've been in constant contact with our school superintendent. It's my understanding that they will be making that decision here in the near term, in the coming hours, and we will help to disseminate that information as well.
Do you have any advice for private businesses today as far as when they should be open?
It's understandable that you will want to stay open for profit's sake, but we would actually ask even our businesses to go home, stay home if you're already there, and resume business once the elements, the conditions of our roads clear up and we can move forward. But let me also say to all the citizens, if you are on the streets right now and you are stranded, please call 911. We will work as quickly and as diligently as possible to get someone to your assistance to either help tow your car, help get you to a point of safety as well. And we just want to continue to reiterate that wherever you are in DeKalb County, if you are stranded, please call 911 and we will send someone out for your assistance. Last question, anyone? Okay. Well, thank you again for coming out again, DeKalb County citizens. Please stay home, but if you're in need, we will come forward to your assistance in your time of need. Thank you all, and again, thank DeKalb County residents and our employees for the wonderful work that you have been doing during this inclement weather. Thank you.